it. Not even fighting it.
Good. Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Brown School Field for this afternoon softball contest between the Case High School Cardinals and the visiting Trojans of Bridgewater-Raynham High School. This is Tyler Clark, Swansea Community Network, welcoming back old friend Brady Kudo for the broadcast, who is currently cursing under his breath because, Brady, you've returned to Swansea Community Network just for another game in the rain.
Why is it every time I've come back here since 2024?
It's rained.
It rains.
Well, Brady, nothing can possibly be worse than the state championship that we broadcast in June. Oh my goodness, that was the most miserable time I think I've ever experienced.
Yeah.
We witnessed Case three-peat a state championship against the Tynesboro Tigers, but at what cost? It was rainy, it was wet, it was miserable. This is not nearly as bad, but we are here for another season of Case High School softball. The Cardinals coming in with a record of, I believe, 4-1, fresh off of a victory over the Seekonk Warriors in a game that I helped broadcast for you last week, taking on an always difficult opponent in the Bridgewater-Raynham Trojans, who come into the D1 team, actually. Case recently moved up to D3 this year as they face off against the Trojans. It was actually quite sunny about 10 minutes ago.
It was.
It was actually...
If you want, like, New England weather in 30 seconds or less, you should have come here between, like, 12:50 and 12:58, because it went from actually a little chilly, but, like, don't really care because it's sunny out, to, you know, our crew taking shelter because it's now wet.
Yeah, well, it's not too bad. We're going to see how this goes. I know our director, Adam Kitchen, was slightly sweating things with the rainfall coming in, but right now it's manageable. Just maybe hopefully a passing couple drops of showers. We have camerawoman Lucy Cabral out in center field with that center field camera for
Doing
you.
great, Luce.
As the teams finish up their discussion at home plate for how this is going to proceed. As we begin, I'll go through the starting lineup for the visiting Trojans of Bridgewater-Raynham. Batting leadoff will be Chloe Martin, followed by Claire Roy, Avery Elrickman, Sam Clay, Ella Maynard, Maddie Morelli, Gabby Cross, Madison Delano, and Maddie O'Keefe is the starting nine for the Trojans. Pitcher Carly McEwen will not be hitting, and Madison Delano will not be taking the field as she hits in the place of McEwen. As I flip over my already damp scorebook.
I'm surprised. I already gave up. I put it away.
You had a laptop and everything out.
I put it away. I'm learning from last time.
Yeah, not. I don't know. I had a pen before that I was using to write. I don't know what I did with my pen. Did I already drop it somewhere? This is not part.
That didn't last very long.
Not
Here, use this one.
Broadcast, everyone. Just so I know, as I was going to say, for the there it is. I found it. It was caught up in my jacket that I'm now using to protect the scorebook from the rain. So through the starting defensive side of things for the Cardinals, first base Kaylin Durand, second base Mia Catano, shortstop Alayana DeJesus, and then Brady, I want to make a slight correction. It's Aubrey Teacup, as I learned from talking to you. I was saying to Kippy last week.
I learned that the hard way a couple of years ago.
I apologize to Aubrey. It's Aubrey Teacup will be at third base, and then the outfield for the Cardinals from right to left. Izzy Carvaro will be the flex player. She's only going to be playing right field. She's not hitting. Center fielder, the powerful Meg Pereira, and then left field, Sydney Furtado is the starting lineup for the Cardinals. The battery will be pitcher Lila Alvarez, and catcher Olivia Williams. Daniela Williams will be the designated hitter for the Cardinals. She is not playing the field, and she'll be batting eighth. I'll talk about the Case lineup when they come around.
Good to see the rookies getting some love, right? Daniela Williams,
yep.
Teacup coming in as first-year starter.
Mia Catano as well.
Mia Catano. Yep.
Sydney Furtado is a longtime player for the Cardinals. Excuse me. The Bridgewater lineup. The Case lineup. No worries. If you hear me say a Bridgewater name wrong at any point, let me know too.
We're not listening to
I know, but if you hear me like saying it.
Do you want me to say it? Do you want me to say it?
No, I think I got them pretty good.
Tyler Clark's got fans.
I do apparently already.
It's Chloe Martin,
Yeah.
Claire Roy, Avery
Ehrlichman, thank you.
Yep, Sam Clegg, Ella Maynard, Maddie Morelli, Gabby Cross, Madison Delano, Maddie O'Keefe, and Carly McHugh.
Appreciate that.
We
thank
went
you.
10 of 10.
We went 10 of 10. We actually
went
had
10
those.
of
We
10.
had those all
High
right
five.
the first time.
High five.
Thank
No,
you.
me to you.
Oh, me to you. I thought you were doing
High
with the fan out there. Yeah.
No.
So we just had probably heard that on the broadcast. They had a.
Oh, they 100% did.
Bridgewater. The entire exchange.
100%.
Well, appreciate you tuning in and joining us. If you're watching this game live on our Swansea Community Network page or after the fact on local cable 95 or on YouTube.
That's right. It's new now. It's 95.
95. I was saying Channel 9 at the beginning, and
That's just muscle memory.
Adam Kitchen had to remind us that no, it's now 95. We appreciate your support of Swansea Community Network as always. And Alvarez out to begin things as usual for Case facing off against Chloe Martin for the Trojans, and we are underway here from Brown School Field as Alvarez's first pitch is in for a called strike. Martin, a left-handed leadoff hitter for the Trojans, plays second base as that rain has
It's cold rain, which makes it
intensified
even worse.
with wind on top of that.
Like, why can't it be hot rain? I would take hot rain.
This is
right
still
now.
better than Worcester State by 10 times
It's not
over.
even, it's blowing in our
It's
faces.
right in our face. Oh yeah. There goes the lineup card.
It's all right. You wrote it down somewhere?
I did.
Yeah, nobody needs
Alvarez
that.
pitches low. It's going to be 2-1 to Martin. I'm also going to stand because I'm freezing cold just sitting there. Look of disgust from Adam Kitchen right now. Swansea Community Network fan. As this is unfortunately started the instant the game has begun. Alvarez pitch is going to be fouled off. It's going to be 2-2 to the leadoff hitter for the Trojans.
Doing great, Adam.
Sidney Furtado goes against that ball. You can probably hear that wind. I can tell you it is far worse. They're already doing a ball change. This is bringing me back to the state championship game. How many ball changes were in that game? About 50?
1,000,
Yeah, about that.
roughly.
Well, 2-2 count to the leadoff hitter for the Trojans. As Alvarez looks to put away her first hitter of the game. As that wind is extremely strong right now. And that misses high, but full count to the opening hitter
Too much on the rise ball there.
for the Trojans. Claire Roy waits on deck, following Chloe Martin. Haven't ever stood up before to do this, but kind of don't have a choice right now.
No, we don't.
And Alvarez that's filed behind. And Martin will do it again. Still 3-2 count. Cardinals coming in only one loss on the year to the DR Falcons. Always a tough opponent. Case has transitioned into D3 this year after back-to-back state championships in D4, including a loss in the championship game in the previous year. Here's the full count pitcher. Alvarez misses low, and that's an opening walk worked by Chloe Martin. So the Trojans have a base runner aboard. For right fielder Claire Roy, another left-handed hitter for the Bridgewater-Raynham Trojans, who beat Case twice last year. We did not broadcast the alumni game, but they had a game against Bridgewater-Raynham, which they lost, and then the alumni game followed last year. Like I said, always a tough opponent. That first pitch is fouled behind.
Weather's going to actually play in favor of Bridgewater-Raynham. They're faster than the Cardinals are.
This is a very strong team.
It is.
I did not get an updated record for the
3-1.
The 3-1, thank you. And on the ground, back to Alvarez. She's going to go the easy way to first. The out is made. The runner advances to second. So Roy, my scorebook is already wet, is out on the putout. Martin advances to second. There's one away as the rain for now has briefly stopped. And Avery Ehrlichman to the plate for the Trojans. Another left-handed hitter, Brady. 3 consecutive left-handed hitters at the start of the lineup for the Trojans.
Something Alvarez doesn't see very often.
And that's a cut on and missed by Ehrlichman. One away. In the top of the first, runner at second, as Alvarez faces the three-hitter for the Trojans. And a high swing strike there. It'll be 0-2 on Ehrlichman. Alvarez doesn't waste much time. She's out there on the mound, ready to go again. The 0-2 pitch coming up to Ehrlichman. And that's going to miss low, 1-2. I know we've said this many times in the past, but Alvarez does not throw very hard. She has just a lot of movement. That's what she gets by on. Commit to URI to play softball in 2 years. And fouled behind by Ehrlichman. She'll try again. 1-2 remains the count. Martin remains on second. The rain remains coming down. Alvarez sets out on the mound. The 1-2 pitch coming again. And Ehrlichman holds off. It's going to miss high. Don't sound so happy.
Really?
2-2 pitch coming up from Alvarez. And on the ground to the right side, Duran fields it. The out is made at first. The runner advances to third.
You know, I want to come back here and do more games as often as I can, but if we're going to get this all the time, I might as well just hang it up.
I don't think we'll get this all the time.
This wasn't even in the forecast.
It was not
today.
in the forecast, you're right. So Ehrlichman's out on the ground out.
The fact that it wasn't going to rain actually played in my decision to do this game.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, it's going to be beautiful.
You reached out to me about this. Catcher Sam Clay at the plate for the Trojans. That ball misses low. Runner at third, 2 away in the top of the first, still 0-0. Yeah, Brady actually reached out to me and said,
I was like, I said, we gotta run it back. I want to run it back. Let's run it back. And then, looking at the schedule, I'm like, all right, I can get in on Monday.
Yeah.
It'll be a good game. Not going to rain.
Ball misses low again, 2-0.
Well, lies, clearly.
Yeah, well, I think this is just a passing shower. I don't think this is going to be.
It better be. Because everything's soaked now.
I didn't even bring it. I didn't prepare. I just had my coat with me, luckily. That was about it. There was a... Alvarez has got a cloth in her back pocket to dry that ball off. Yeah. That's where we're at right now. 2-0 to Clay. Base hit scores a run for the Trojans. And that misses, it looks like, up again. And 3-0 to Clay. Oftentimes you see softball with the 3-0 count. The take sign will not be on. They're letting their players swing away. Curious what they'll do here. 3-0 pitch from Alvarez. And that's in for a called strike. And it'll be 3-1 to the Trojans catcher, number 4 hitter in the lineup. Chloe Martin at third. 3-1 count to Clay. And in for another called strike. Alvarez battles back. It'll be a full count. One more strike and she's out of the inning.
I think we got to go rise ball here. Try to get her to chase outside.
Clay has not swung the bat yet in the at-bat. Here's the full count pitch from Alvarez. And in the air to left field. Left center field. Furtado is back, makes the catch, and the inning is over a few steps from the warning track. So the Trojans get a girl to third base. She does not get any further, and Alvarez escapes without allowing a run. So Clay out on the flyout. Of course, at ball days, I bring a gel pen with me, which is immediately bleeding. So no runs, no hits, and the Trojans leave one on. So I try to wipe up.
Anthony Palladino has made his way onto the field.
I think he's talking to the umpires. Holding an umbrella just to twist the knife a little bit on us, as we do not have Any sort of cover out here? Well, as we're talking about that, let me go through the starting lineup for the Cardinals from 1 to 9. Sydney Furtado will be batting leadoff, followed by Kaylin Duran. Aliana DeJesus up to hitting third from the 5 spot, the last game that I did for you. Powerful Meg Pereira coming in at 4th. Lila Alvarez hitting 5th. Olivia Williams 6th. Mia Catano 7th. Daniela Williams in the starting lineup this time as the designated hitter, batting 8th. And Aubrey Teacup will be hitting 9th. Izzy Carvara, the flex player, playing right field and not hitting for the Cardinals lineup. They'll be facing off against Carly McEwen, the pitcher for the Trojans. Quickly, the infield for the Bridgewater-Raynham Trojans, Avery Erwickman will be at first base, second base Chloe Martin, shortstop Ella Maynard, third base Gabby Cross, and the outfield from right to left Claire Roy in right, Maddie Morelli in center, and Maddie O'Keefe in left field. Madison Delana will be the designated hitter for the Trojans. She is not going to play the field. She is just hitting as McEwen finishes her warm-up tosses. And Brady, the rain stopped. Everything is absolutely soaking wet, including the scorebook,
Yeah, everything.
and my jacket, and
Everything.
the chair, and the table, and well, pretty much everything here.
Everything.
Everything is wet. I may have to go grab some napkins in
From?
I don't even have my car. I have my father's car today. That's right. My car's getting serviced. Adam, do we have like a rag in that van or anything? No, we have nothing.
Old T-shirt?
Anything? No. That's all right. Well,
Clean quackish? Nothing?
McEwen getting ready for her first pitch to Sydney Furtado as the Cardinals are underway.
Ooh.
Hitting in a low strike there. Furtado, the leadoff hitter for the Cardinals. She was always the stalwart designated runner for the last few years for Case. They'd send her out to run for Bree Fonts mostly, who was catching. And then that ball misses low and in the dirt. It'll be 1-1 to the leadoff hitter for the Cardinals. Furtado, the left fielder, just made that great play that you saw at the warning track. I do not know what the numbers for the live feed are right now. I will check that in a moment.
Yeah, I mean, Alvarez went rise ball that time right down the middle. So she got what she wanted, and that was Clay to chase, but
Yeah.
barely just got away with it. Nice play by Furtado. There you
Furtado
go.
on the ground to short. Throw over to first, and she's out by a step. And that's the first out. Shout out to Ella Maynard for that play out there for the Trojans. New for Case softball this year is the walk-up music. I don't remember that in the past.
I like it.
And the speakers, yeah. This is going to be Kaylin Durand, senior for the Cardinals. One of the few members of the team that has won a state championship in all of her years at Case High School.
Yes.
Durand, the other pitcher that the Cardinals primarily use, she also would come in late game pitching situations, sometimes as a pinch runner too.
She committed to Curry College in the offseason.
Comes in as the first baseman for the Cardinals, although we did see her in the game against Seekonk last time out. She actually got the save in that game. Came into the end and relieved Alvarez, the 10-9 victory over the Warriors. It's 1-1 here to Durand. That misses inside. It'll be 3-0. Or is it 2-1? I'm hearing them shout three
As
balls,
I hear
so I'm
three
assuming
balls, it's got to be 3-0.
3-0. I commented on this last time, but I love Durand's bat. It's like one of those firecracker popsicles. Yeah, that's very colorful.
Well, they got like the boom,
Yeah,
whatever they
red,
yeah.
white, and blue ones that you.
Boom pop. I don't
Whatever
know.
they are, yeah. Well, that's a strike there for McEwen. It'll be 3-1. And Durand with a line shot to right. That bounces in front of the right fielder. She's going to hurry, and she's safe. Oh, my goodness. That was very close. That throw was a rocket shot, and she's barely in with a single. I have never seen that in softball
No, by
before.
Durand got in by half a step, but that was way too close.
And Durand is a fast runner, too. Holy moly. Big shout out to Claire Roy in right field for the the Trojans. That was a missile that she fired.
Nice heads-up play. Good throw.
And Duran barely in with a single. Aliana DeJesus at the plate, the sophomore shortstop for the Cardinals. She'll forever be known for her home run in the state championship against Tynesboro last year that gave the Cardinals the lead that they held on to. And off-speed pitch laced down the left field line. Fair ball. That drops in for a hit. They're going to hold Durand at second. And DeJesus with a solid single as the Cardinals are now cooking here. First and second with one away in the top of the first. And this is exactly the hitter you want at the plate in this situation. It's Meg Pereira time.
Yeah, she got caught out in front a little bit. It looked like DeJesus was sitting fastball, and then McEwen went changeup, fooled her, but
yeah, she still hit it hard. Pereira hit a home run so hard against Seacon that the center field didn't even try for it. She just turned around and waved goodbye to it. Pereira's had home run power her entire time at Key. She's another one like Duran that's won a state championship in every year that she's been with the Cardinals.
Yeah, it's just for Meg, it's about consistency. I know that was something over the last few years. It was she could hit.
There it is, the right field, and over the right fielder's head. They're going to send Duran home. There goes DeJesus to third. Pereira up to second. And Pereira's got a 2 RBI double. That was a Herculean effort in right field by Roy, but it was just over her head. So Pereira gets the RBI double. Duran scores. DeJesus up to third. The Cardinals are up 1-0 with runners at second and third. That ball just kept drifting back and back and back. I thought that was just a pop-up at first.
Yeah, it didn't look like, I mean, it didn't look like it had enough from the get-go, but it's a good job by Pereira, not just to put bat on the ball and a good effort near the warning track.
And getting checked on Roy, she hit the ground when she leaped.
When she went to come up, she slipped hard.
She seems like she's okay out there. They just asked her.
Yeah.
And with runners at second and third, it's Lila Alvarez, the junior pitcher for the Cardinals. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed hitter.
Just need contact here.
Very, very high contact Alvarez usually has. Looks at a called strike there. Alvarez hitting 5th in the lineup today. She was hitting 9th in the game against the Warriors last week.
Do we have a Randy sighting yet, or no?
I have not seen Randy Alvarez. He was bopping about last time. Alvarez.
He's a wanderer.
Looks at that one high as McEwen got the opening girl out of the inning. And then there's been 3 straight hits for the Cardinals to follow. Second and third, one away. And high, pop up in the infield from Alvarez. And Maynard is there for the out. So that was good for the Trojans as that retires Alvarez. No chance of an RBI on that. And it's catcher Olivia Williams. Oh, Brady, you were here with me in her first ever varsity at bat. She crushed a home run.
You don't want to waste the 2 ducks on the pond here. You got to get at least one more across.
And
give yourself a little bit of padding, because now especially when we get second time around in the order, you start to get the meat and potatoes of that lineup again. I know you've mentioned Alvarez is she starting to become figure-outable, right? And we're about to see.
And Williams laces that to right field. Roy is there for the out for the Trojans. She's going to get it in, but that was the third out anyway. So that was a good job.
Good hustle.
And Williams, if that was just a few more feet to the left, it would have scored 2 runs. But that ends the inning. The Cardinals still played a run in the inning. They pick up 3 hits and they strand 2. So after 1, case is up 1-0 over Bridgewater-Raynham. The rain has stopped. It has left its mark, though, as everything is completely soaked. Everything on the table, everything in my hand, everything over here. But it has stopped.
For now.
It just started perfectly in time for the game to start. Inconvenience everything. But we press on.
But yeah, can't sit down. I mean, we could. We could.
When I get,
I'm going to choose not to.
Yeah, at least not for now, or I can sit on my coat here. Greetings, Adam Kitchen. You've come bearing gifts. Thank you, Adam.
He's here. Oh, thanks.
Oh my gosh, it was like a squeegee on this table.
Next.
It's just. At least I can rinse this. At least it's something. I think it'll just remain standing anyway. It's.
Nice Clorox wipe you turned that into.
Adam, it wasn't supposed to do this today.
No. It wasn't.
It wasn't. It was supposed to be sunny and nice. I wonder if it's raining on the Boston Marathon right now.
It was cold. I flew into Logan this morning. I walked out to the parking garage, pleasantly surprised at how cold it was.
Oh boy, flying into Logan on Boston
Marathon Monday.
Marathon. You came from Reagan, you said, right?
Yeah, it was busy. It wasn't horrible, but it was busy.
Had a record broken at the Boston Marathon. A brand new time was shattered, I think, for the third time by the same guy.
Oh, from Kenya?
Yep. Swansea, whatever, and just checking on the game here and the live. We got 5 viewers right now, so thank you for tuning in and watching. Please like the video, share it with everyone, subscribe to Swansea Community Network. We try to bring you as many games as we can. This is already the 4th game that we've brought you this year across all the spring sports, which I think was about as many as we did all of last year combined, because it just kept raining every week. Alvarez out for her 2nd inning of work. She faces Ella Maynard, the shortstop for the Trojans. 5, 6, 7. Maynard, Morelli, and Cross due up for Bridgewater-Raynham. Maynard made a great defensive play in the 1st inning. She swings and misses there. Alvarez surrendered a walk in the 1st inning. That runner made it as far as 3rd and went no further. And fouled behind is Maynard. It'll be 1-2 to the Trojan shortstop. As confirmed by the umpire. I believe I see Yellow Williams warming up.
I thought you almost said Dan Wenzel. I was going to say, what is Dan doing here?
Dan Yellow Williams, I believe, is warming up, hitting in the cage over there as that ball missed. I think that missed high. I can't really tell from where we are. 2-2 pitch anyway, and swung on and missed. Alvarez picks up her first strikeout. Maynard down on strikes.
Went with the gas. I like it.
And Maddie Morelli up to the plate for Bridgewater. That's the 4th left-handed hitter in the lineup. That is a very good strategy.
Very DR-esque.
Yeah, that's left-handed hitters typically have the advantage in softball. You put that on the ground to 3rd or short, and a high chance you can beat that out. Yep. She's already got 1 foot out of the box, so you can see what her approach is. Morelli, the 6th hitter.
A slap hitter.
For the Trojans.
So I see T kept playing a little deeper than normal.
T-Cap's in a little bit past the base at 3rd, but not too far. Bunt is missed. And that's a strike. It'll be 0-2 to Morelli.
I can back off a little bit now. Don't see her bunting with 2 strikes. Slap maybe, but...
T-Cap back to the same position. Duran not playing in either. I'd be surprised if she tries to bunt. If she bunts here and it's foul, it's a strikeout. Here's the pitch from Alvarez. And 1 foot out of the box, but not a swing. 1-2. Now the sun's out.
Welcome to New England.
Alvarez going to try again. 1-2 pitch. And swung on and missed. She's got 2 strikeouts in the inning.
We need a pair. Somebody's gonna call Weird Al. So instead of like "Welcome to Duloc" from Shrek, we need "Welcome to New England."
I don't think he's producing new music anymore.
Is he? I thought he was.
It's not studio albums. He hit "Mandatory Fun" was the #1 selling album in the country. I think he retired after that.
Well, so that's the way to go out.
It is the way to go out. Gabby Cross, 3rd baseman for Bridgewater-Raynham, up. #7 hitter. And looks at a called strike from Alvarez. Alvarez now suddenly dealing. I think the grip of the ball had a lot to do with that in the 1st inning. We saw that in the state championship.
Yeah.
I'll go into that with you in a moment in the bizarre state championship game that we witnessed last June.
That's one word for it.
Yep. And another called strike. It's a good thing to talk about in between innings, but Alvarez suddenly very on point here. Had 0-2 on cross. If she were to reach, the designated hitter Madison Delano will hit next. But no issues with control this inning for Alvarez. The 0-2 pitch coming up, and it's going to be up and in to cross. And Alvarez will try again, 1-2. And the pitch, and called third strike to cross. And Alvarez retires the side in order on strikes. So 1, 2, 3 go the Trojans.
Was that an immaculate inning?
That was not an immaculate inning. She threw, I think, 2 or 3 balls.
Okay.
That was a 1-2 count at least. So 7, 8, 9 due up. Coming up for the Cardinals as, yes, the sun is out. So if you've been following Case softball the last couple of years, which if you're watching this game, I'd assume you have some sort of idea about this. Case is the 3-time defending state champion for D4 softball in the state of Massachusetts, which won't happen this year because they moved to D3. And the year prior to that, they actually made it to the state championship and lost. So they've had 4 consecutive trips. But the last 2 years, Brandon, they faced the same team in the Tynesboro Tigers. The previous year, it was a 1 versus 2 matchup. Last year, it was the 4 versus the 6.
Yeah.
Case was the 4 seed. Tynesboro was the 6. The year before, Case was the 1, and Tynesboro was the 2. The year before, you and I went up to UMass Amherst and did, in my opinion, one of the best broadcasts we've ever done, a 1-0 victory. And that one, as Alvarez got the complete game shutout one-hitter. Last year was a whole different story. At Worcester State, it was freezing cold and raining. They won that game 7-6. But you saw the difference that weather can make in a game right there, just the grip of the ball, which possibly the 2 best D4 pitchers in the state of Massachusetts, with Alvarez and Kylie Hogan for the Tigers, were facing off, and neither of them could get a grip on that ball. But you just saw that a little bit in the first inning, really, for both of these pitchers, McEwen and Alvarez. If you can't get a grip on the ball, it's hard to control where you're throwing it. But for now, the rate has stopped. The sun is trying to peek out, and I think we should be a little better off now. And the bottom of the second is underway with a called strike on Mia Catano, the second baseman for the Cardinals. Catano's been on the roster for a few years now. Usually, Furtado is a pinch runner, if I believe. She'd come into games later. Here, she looks at a ball high, 1-1. Did you go to? Were you done at Case by the time any of these girls were there, or did you have any overlap
on the team now?
Yeah.
What are the seniors? Duran. Yep. So Duran
and Pereira.
So the seniors were sophomores, which makes the juniors freshmen when I graduated. But the freshmen are all my brother's age.
Oh, I see.
So like Mia, I grew up watching Mia play baseball over at Little League. Daniela Williams and my brother went to preschool together. I know a lot of these kids personally.
And Catano looks at a called strike. So you still have some. I mean, I graduated in 2009, so I'm a bit far removed.
Dinosaur.
Yeah, apparently. Roar. And Catano, that might drop in center. Nope, it's actually right to the center fielder. I can't tell from where we are set up on the right field line where things are going to go.
Right field?
Did I say right field?
You did.
It's center field. Yep, I can't even speak right.
This is left field.
We're down the left field line.
We're down left field line.
We started a couple years ago. We were on the right field line.
Right field, and then we went to center.
And now we're down left. So
next year, home plate.
We'll be right. Well, that's where we were in the state championship games. We were as close to that. Williams on the ground to second. That throw on to first has made no problem.
Year after that, behind the pitcher's mound. Put us on the field.
We'll just get a sky. We'll take a crane out there.
Yeah.
Just a skybox. Adam, can we afford that in the budget?
Goodyear blimp. Is that in the picture?
No.
Aerial coverage brought to you by. I can't do that. That's illegal. Never mind. Aerial coverage not brought to you by anybody because there is no aerial coverage.
As we're talking, it's Aubrey Teacup, the number 9 hitter for the Cardinals. If she were to reach, it goes back to the top of the order for Sydney Furtado. It's actually quite pleasant out now.
Hot air balloon? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be in our budget, unfortunately. T-Cap to right center field. It's back at the wall, and it's off the fence. T-Cap almost got a home run. She's on her way to second. She slides in safely. I thought, Brady,
that
for
looked
a moment,
good.
I thought that was out of here.
That's Todd Orton in the red truck, Jackie's dad. I got nervous for him because that looked like it might have hit the truck, but good to see T kept put bat on ball up and down the season. Lineup turns over. Now you got to get the runners in motion, right? You just got to make contact, get the speed threats on base, start to open this game up a little bit.
And it'll be Cindy Furtado. She grounded out to short in the bottom of the first. And she looks at a called strike. Here's McEwen looking to recover. She got 2 quick outs in the inning. As the number of Bridgewater-Raynham fans has swelled behind me. That's a good turnout for that team. And Furtado misses high. The pitcher McEwen will be 1-1. 2 away in the bottom of the second. 1-0 currently Cardinal advantage over the Trojans of Bridgewater-Raynham Regional High School. Tyler Clark, Brady Kudo, Swansea Community Network. Thank you for joining us. And Furtado looks at a called strike. Be 1-2 to Kip. T-Kep waits on second. I was calling her Tekipi in the game last week. I didn't know how to pronounce it.
What are your names? Is it Clark or Clock?
Yeah, you can go either way. Furtado. Oh, look at that one inside.
Well, it is
Q and just misses.
It is Marathon Monday, so today it's Clock.
That's fair.
C-L-A-H-K.
Oh, jeez.
Clock.
That's the Bostonian way to say it. Q and deals. Here's her 2-2 pitch. And Furtado looks at a cold third strike.
Yep.
McEwen picks up her first strikeout.
You got to take that, especially with 2 strikes. Open up that front foot and fight it off. Send it down the left field line, send it foul, live to see another day.
Well, regardless, the Cardinals, they get a runner to second. She does not go any further than that. Shannon Silva has a word with the home plate umpire.
That was a strike. I mean, that was a good...
No, I don't think it's a hostile conversation.
That was a good...
That was a good pitch.
Yep.
It was right there. The Trojans will be up 8-9-1. Madison Delano, Maddie O'Keefe, and then Chloe Martin, the top of the order. Alvarez sent down the Trojans in order on strikes last time.
She did.
You can see in my scorebook right now all the smudges from where the ink ran off from just the first inning alone. I can at least put the scorebook down because the rain is starting to dry things, but I actually kind of prefer standing up, to be honest. Gives me a better angle of what's going on anyway. So this is the 4th game that we broadcast you for Swansea Community Network. Brady, I know it's the first one you did. I did a lacrosse game with JJ Sylvia a couple weeks ago against Seacock. We had a baseball game against Fairhaven. Last week we had a softball game against Seacock as well. Trying to bring you as many games. I know this is probably the only game you're going to be able to do for us this year, or at least in the foreseeable future.
Yeah,
but
we'll see. We'll see how things go.
I always appreciate you coming back as the stalwart announcer for Swansea Community Network. See, now it's actually quite pleasant. It is quite pleasant.
We're getting there.
But the odds of the rain starting.
We need, what is it? Evaporation?
Yeah, we need some of
You're
this.
the teacher.
Oh my gosh, a pool of water on that chair that you just pulled back.
I know you're not a science guy, but
I'm not.
Is that what it is? We need it to evaporate?
It needed to evaporate, yep. Now, Alvarez ready for her 3rd inning, 1-0 case lead against designated hitter Madison Delano for the Trojans, and she swings and misses there as we begin the top of the 3rd. As I said, 8-9-1 due up for Bridgewater-Raynham. Alvarez still hasn't allowed any hits. She issued a walk to Chloe Martin, the leadoff hitter, who advanced to 3rd, and that was as far as she got. And since then, it's been 6 up, 6 down that Alvarez has faced.
Grip matters.
It does. Well, it was just the difference in the weather has already had a major impact. And line shot to right. That's going to be in the gap.
And that's called an announcer's jinx.
Delano is going to stop at first. That ball comes in very quickly.
That's your fault.
That is my fault. And Delano rips a single to get it started for the Trojans, and a ball switch coming up. with Alvarez, the home plate umpire.
Started talking about how nice the weather was. No hits.
I mean, it's only the third inning before you want to talk about it. No hitter.
No.
Left fielder Matty O'Keefe, the 9-hitter for the Trojans, up to the plate. Delano at first after the single. He kept playing in, expecting bunt, and that's exactly what she does, but it's fouled behind.
Gotta let that go.
T-Kep and Duran both playing in, anticipating bunt. I don't blame Bridgewater for considering that with the top of the order to follow.
Get down the first base side here.
Well, they're expecting either way. The Jesus and Catano at normal depth. They're going to try another bunt. It is down, well placed. They're going to throw to second and out by a step at second. That was a risky move from Alvarez, but it paid off. So O'Keefe reaches on the fielder's choice. Delano out at second by just a step. I really thought that Alvarez had made a mistake.
I thought so too. I put my hands up and say, Lila, go to first, but
it works out. And Martin up to bat. She worked a walk in her first plate appearance. Now with one away in the top of the third. And another one with a step out of the box as the ball's being delivered. Martin, a left-handed hitting second baseman for the Trojans. O'Keefe at first. And on the ground to third. T-Kep not actually going to be the Jesus. Mount made it second. And there's two away.
That's a live ball.
That's a live ball, though. You got to be careful. So O'Keefe out at second. Martin reaches on the fielder's choice. And two away. That was kind of in between. I thought T-Kep was going to get that at first, but it kind of bounced its way to DeJesus, who made a solid play. That's how the state championship game ended, with a DeJesus flip to second last year. Same idea. And that's a called strike on Claire Roy, the busy right fielder so far in the game for the Trojans. Had that ball go over her head earlier and also made two excellent defensive plays, one of which almost resulted in a 9-3 putout. Roy now bats with two away in the bottom of the third. Swings and misses at that one.
How many times do you recall writing in a scorebook 9-3?
I did it once for baseball last year. I don't think I've ever done it in softball.
You did for baseball?
I did it once for baseball last year.
Tell me more.
I'll tell you in between the innings. It was... So Roy hits two away at the top of the third. She swings and misses at that one. And that ends the inning.
Defense did its job.
Another slap hitter approach, but Alvarez works out of it.
Defense did its job.
The Trojans pick up a hit, but they strand one. It remains a 1-0 lead for the Cardinals. For the one game we did against Seekonk last year, a baseball game. I don't remember who was up for Case. He hit it to right field. Right field just picked it up on a seam, threw him out at first. He was out.
I'm trying to think now, because I feel like I remember hearing that.
I don't have my scorebook from last year if you look up who it was.
I didn't do the game, right?
Yeah, it was just me. We only did one baseball game last year against Seekonk, and that was the Cole Aruda buzzsaw that they ran into pitching.
That's right.
Tyler Kropis was not pitching. Yep. I called him Nupus the whole game because I didn't know what his name was, and I couldn't read the writing on the lineup card. So I thought it was Knupis, and it was Kropis.
I see where you know.
Yeah. He's at Eastern Tennessee State University this year, I believe, as a pitcher, not as a hitter.
Yeah. Yep.
As a left-handed pitcher.
He's still there.
He is. He's a freshman. So usually you don't play as on freshman D1 teams unless you're absurdly good. That was the one game we did. I talked to Dave Olshine. He remembered it last year too. No, last year was just this horrible string of weather. We could barely do any games last year in the spring. We're already off to a much better start. We had a lacrosse game that was canceled because of the thunderstorms last Friday, but that was it.
He's pitched 11 innings.
Oh, he has pitched.
11 hits, 11 runs. 8 walks, 12 strikeouts. Okay, I guess the total strikeouts make up for the one run an inning.
Congrats to Tyler Kropis if you're watching the Case and Bridgewater-Raynham softball broadcast here, which I kind of doubt. We just gave you a shout out. It's going to be 2-3-4 due up for the Cardinals. Duran, DeJesus, and Pereira. Duran singled and scored the only run of the game for either team so far in the first inning. Beautiful base hit. Looks to start the magic here in the gap right center field, and it is off the fence. Durand hustling to second, and she's in safely.
The third wall ball double for the Cardinals.
Putting it in play. Durand was the one that was almost thrown out by the right fielder the last time up.
That's right.
And it was a line shot.
It was.
It was Roy made the play.
Roy, thank you. Did the smart thing. Played that on a hop.
Yeah, it was well done. I mean, you couldn't have done anything better, but Duran was just a little bit too fast. It's Aliana DeJesus. She singled, made it to third base in the first. On the ground, back to the pitcher. Duran off to third. She'll make it safely. Smart play. And one away in the top of the third. And now Cardinals have Duran at third with only one away. It's Meg Pereira. RBI double off the fence over the head of Roy, her first time up. Most dangerous hitter in the lineup for the Cardinals. And she looks at a called strike. For years, that title went to Bree Fonts.
Yep.
But she graduated off to better things at UMass Dartmouth, I believe.
That's correct.
And now it's Meg Pereira, the most powerful hitter that the Cardinals have. Behind 0-1. Plays a bunt down, going to surprise everyone. Duran is going to slide back in safely. Pereira up to second. Boy, that just fooled everyone. That fooled me. So Pereira's going to get credit for a single, actually, on that. I think she was going to make it anyway. Duran, I thought, was going to book it for home. She changed her mind, slid in safely back at third. Now the Cardinals have second and third with only one away.
Kaylin did the smart thing.
I thought she was going to get caught in a rundown, but she ended up sliding back in.
But that would have allowed Meg to get to second.
It would have.
So either way, you end up with a runner in scoring position.
Works out Alvarez, and that's going to be a foul. I don't know if that was a bunt attempt or a slap hit approach.
Looks like a bunt.
Regardless, it's going to be a strike. Alvarez with the bases, not the bases loaded, excuse me, second and third last time, popped out to short. So the Cardinals could not gain any additional runs in the first inning. There's one away in the bottom of the third. Second and third they have on the base path. They currently lead 1-0. Alvarez looking to bunt again, and it's going to be a strike. So Alvarez going to look to swing here. Cardinals only struck out once. This team just does not strike out very often. And that misses up. McEwen looking to work out of another jam. This is the second time the Cardinals have had at second and third in this game with less than 2 outs. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Alvarez that misses up again. So Alvarez has worked it to 2-2. Meg Pereira at second. Kaylin Durand at third. Cardinals already have 2 hits in the inning, but they haven't plated any runs yet in the third. 2-2 to Alvarez on the ground to right. That's going to get one home. And let's see what they do with Pereira. They're going to send her 2. And the throw is cut off. And Alvarez with a 2 RBI single. And the Cardinals lead 3-0. So Brady, you can't complain about that much. I couldn't tell if that was going to go
That just looked
to
like
Martin
a
or not.
simple ground out that was going to result in a run home. I'm not sure how that got by.
Seeing eye
second baseman.
Single for Alvarez.
Yep. Not bad.
And that's a high pop up to the right side as that lands in the parking lot for Brown School.
It's going to hit the bus tire. Roll in. Send the kid to go get it.
There we go. Bottom of the third, one away for the Cardinals. It's currently 3-0. And that's going to be a bloop single up the middle. That drops. Alvarez going to hold off at second. That was Olivia Williams. Didn't even say who was up.
Williams chased the rise ball. Put the bat on ball. Good things happen.
She drops in the single. And now the Cardinals continue to have momentum. They're going to send a pinch runner out, it looks like. I think that's Madison.
Yep.
It's Madison Silva.
So you got one out?
There's one out.
See, one
Jesus was out of the ground now. That was it. Cardinals have 4 hits in the inning. First and second, Mia Catano.
Do you lay one down here, or do you say keep the bats going?
I think keep the bats going. And that looks like the strategy. Catano flew out to center to get it going in the second. Now she bats with runners on first and second with one out. In the bottom of the third, 3-0 lead for the Cardinals. Catano, good contact to right field. Roy is back, makes the catch. They're going to tag up Alvarez, and they're going to send Silva too. That was risky, but they both tag up and make it. So Catano out on the fly out. Alvarez up to third.
Another productive out.
Silva advances to second, so both runners advance. Now 2 away for Daniela Williams, the designated hitter in the game. For the Cardinals, she grounded to second in the second inning, but now bats with runners on second and third. And she looks at a called strike. 0-1 to the freshman. McEwen only with 1 strikeout in the game so far, and Williams looked at a ball up and inside, 1-1. 2 away here, bottom of the third. Case leads 3-0. Lila Alvarez at third, Olivia Williams, Madison Silva at second, who pinch ran for Williams. And it's a called strike, 1-2 to Daniela Williams, who you said is Olivia's sister.
Yes.
McEwen, 1 more strike, gets her out of it. And here's the pitch, off speed.
That slipped. That didn't look
Drops
right.
in. I mean, it was very off speed.
That didn't look right at all.
Regardless, it's a ball. It'll be 2-2 to Daniela Williams. Lots of power as a freshman, left-handed hitter. 2 runners in scoring position, and looks at a cold third strike. Borderline pitch at the knees.
I don't know about that.
McEwen picks up her second strikeout. So let's tally the hits of the inning. The Cardinals plate 2. They pick up 4 hits actually, but they strand 2. They stranded 5 runners in the game so far. So they are leading 3-0, but it could be more. Alvarez has only given 1 hit on the defensive side of things for the Cardinals as they face the teeth of the Bridgewater-Raynham lineup coming up at 3-4-5. Hitting next for the Trojans with Ehrlichman, Clay, and Maynard, as I can barely read the names except for smudge they are. We have to admire the weather now, Brady. It's actually nice now.
It's cooler, but
it's cooler.
The shower just ruined everything.
It did. It was no fun for anyone. We pressed on. There's the Randy Alvarez sighting you were asking
there
for.
There he is.
I think that's Randy Alvarez. It may not be, actually.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
He usually doesn't stay in one place.
No, we told you, he's a wanderer.
He's all over the place. He goes and gets the foul ball.
If he lived in the 50s, he'd be like the OG hitchhiker.
That's one thing that they always need at games. I've gone this year to a couple of Bryant baseball games. Actually, I have a cousin on the Bryant baseball team. He doesn't know that we're related, but he's on the team. So I've gone to see. It's like my.
So you're going to his games?
Well, I'm not just going to see him. It's going because it's a local team in Rhode Island.
Oh my gosh!
But it's Brandon Duran on the
the Bryant
team at Bishop Hendrickham.
Yep.
He's related to me at like my second cousin twice removed or something. I don't know. If my mother's watching this, she can correct me on that later. One thing I've enjoyed doing for them is going to get the foul balls.
Oh, yeah.
Because college is the same thing. Like it's not like the minors or the majors where the foul ball, they just bust out a new one. They only have a limited supply of balls in each game. And like here, foul ball, you got to go get it, not a souvenir. That was actually on the broadcast. The announcer said that when we were up at UMass Amherst, that the foul balls are not souvenirs.
Yeah. We
have to go get those. But it's Ehrlichman for the Trojans. She grounded to first in the first inning. Got their runner over to third, actually, and it went no further. There's no outs in the top of the fourth. It's 3-4-5. Ehrlichman, Clay, and Maynard due up for the Trojans. Alvarez only given up one hit so far. And no runs.
Do not talk to him about a jinx.
Yep, I'm not saying anymore. It's amazing how those jinxes.
It's real.
And sometimes it doesn't work out. So
it's real. I don't care what anybody says. It's real.
Well, the Trojans now getting around to their second look at Alvarez. And foul behind will be 2-2 to the first baseman for Bridgewater-Raynham. The always powerful and competitive Bridgewater-Raynham Trojans team. Two-two pitch from Alvarez, and not sure where that missed. I guess a little outside. See, we used to be in center, so I'd have a better shot of where those pitches missed. Now we're down the.
Got a perfect view.
We're right near where the live feed sensor is, so not as easy to tell. But as a full count to Ehrlichman, Alvarez has only had one walk so far in the game. And that's a high pop-up foul over the Bridgewater-Raynham dugout and clanging off the top of a bus. During the Seekonk game that we did a couple weeks ago, a foul ball actually struck a vehicle that was in motion.
Oh, that's scary.
It was driving by.
That's scary.
I don't know what happened of it. People went to check on the driver because they stopped in the middle of the road as soon as it happened. But it was loud enough to hear on the broadcast. That's to give you an idea about the force that came down with. 3-2 pitch again from Alvarez. High pop-up. That's coming right near us down the line, and foul. I almost got hit in the first game when we were here. I mean, there was a rocket shot over. I mean, I bent backwards out of the way. When we used to set up in center field, we almost get hit with a couple home run balls.
Did you do a little limbo?
A little, yeah. I don't.
Yoga? Were you zen when you went there?
It was in the first inning. I don't remember if it was Seekonk or Case that hit it.
Namaste.
Anyway, Ehrlichman with a great at bat here for the Trojans. Yeah, 3-2 pitch coming up again from Alvarez. And fouled. I don't think she was trying to swing.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
But it's a foul ball. And we'll try again, making Alvarez throw a lot of pitches. Top of the fourth inning, no outs. 3-0 Case advantage. Taking on the Bridgewater-Raynham Trojans. Alvarez deals again, 3-2, and misses up.
Yep. Nice at bat.
It was a great at bat for Ehrlichman, definitely. And catcher Sam Clay, she had a really well hit ball back in the first inning that Furtado had to make a play on in left field. And a called strike. And Williams' throw is back. I've mentioned this before. Go back a couple years ago when Olivia Silva was the catcher, would just throw these absolute rocket shots down the line to pick runners off. We saw that multiple times here. And the bunt from Clay is laid down beautifully. The throw made to first.
Does a job.
So Clay is out actually 1-4 on the sacrifice. for the first out of the inning. Ehrlichman advances to second. And this will be Ella Maynard, the shortstop for the Trojans. She struck out in the second. We have one away in the top of the fourth inning. And Alvarez gets ahead of her. Alvarez with 4 strikeouts. Maynard was the first one that struck out for the Trojans against her. Avery Ehrlichman at second for the Trojans. And swung on and missed again by Maynard. Alvarez ahead. It's 0-2. The breeze feels quite lovely right now.
It does.
After having to get dried off from excess water. And that's
block.
in the dirt.
Good block.
Excellent block from Williams. That's going to hold Ehrlichman at second. I think Olivia Williams has done an admirable job taking over for Fonts this year. Both offensively and on the defensive side of things. Catcher is.
I mean, she hasn't quite matched Brady's offensive production yet.
Yeah, but it's very hard to match.
Exactly. So you have to give it time.
Fonts was one of a kind there with that offensive production. And swung on and missed. Alvarez with 5 Ks. Second time Maynard's gone down. And there's 2 away in the top of the fourth for Maddie Morelli, center fielder for the Trojans, one of their 4 left-handed hitters in the starting lineup. And most of them take that same approach of slap hit one's foot out of the box as they're swinging.
Most lefties do, and that's at every level of the sport, especially, the Division I level that I see a lot. It's if you're a lefty, you're getting that head start.
And as you can see it right there, it's 1-1 to Morelli.
Even, if you are Alvarez and you throw righty, she was taught to hit lefty, so
Correct.
She could get that running start.
You see this? I think Morelli throws lefty too, but I'll check. Puts that on the ground to Jesus at short. The throw to first is made by a step, and the Cardinals are out of it. So Bridgewater-Raynham, no runs, no hits. They strand 1. Alvarez has only held them to 1 hit through the first 4 innings. And that is a very strong Bridgewater-Raynham team. Cardinals lead 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. The duo reunited here, Tyler Clark, Brady Kudo for Swansea Community Network.
Flashbacks.
Well, as we were cursing out the rain earlier, I just want to remind Brady and let everyone know at home that, Brady, you are the one that actually reached out to me about your availability.
I did.
It did. And then you brought the rain with you when you arrived.
Well, no. I had pointed out, I said, I've got it, and I've been wanting to, get back, make a cameo for a little bit. And I was like, hey, well, what do we got coming up? And Tyler said, we got the 20th at 1. And I was like, all right, that should work.
And it worked out quite well.
Check the weather, check the matchup. I'm like, all right, this looks good.
I mean, it's always glad to have someone else to do the game with. I'm lonely when I talk to myself when I sit here, but I understand that. Adam, how's everything sound? Adam Kitchen has the thumbs up approval from
You look cold.
The spiffy new Swansea Community Network van, which you can do these live broadcasts out of. Speaking of those, if you're watching this game live, we appreciate your support of Swansea Community Network. Hoping to bring you as many games as we can live this spring. Softball, baseball, and girls lacrosse are the 3 games that we're targeting. This upcoming Friday at 11 o'clock, we have a girls lacrosse game scheduled, hopefully to bring you live. I will probably be solo on that broadcast unless I can find someone before that point, but we will see. It's 9-1-2 up here for the Cardinals in the bottom of the fourth. Teacup, Furtado, and Durand.
Message him on Facebook if you're interested in doing the game.
Yeah, see, I posted in the Swansea group as Teacup puts that down the line, but foul. I posted in the Real Swansea Mass page. It said, hey, I'm the announcer for Case High School.
Love the Real Swansea.
The Real Swansea page. I posted in there and I said, hey, I'm the announcer. I'm looking for someone to do the game with. And if you know anyone, let me know. And it was the taglines were Brady Cooter, Brady Cooter, Brady Cooter. I'm like, I appreciate. I tried that approach already. But that's how well known. As soon as anyone sees anything about broadcasting in the town, they immediately just tag Brady Kudo, because that was the go-to guy for a long time. I've actually been part of Swansea Community Network. It used to be Swansea Cable Access since 2008. Good God. I took over as the announcer in about 2013.
You're coming up on 20 years with
Swansea Community Network. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
As the camera, Paul Summers was the announcer. And then 2013, I took over broadcasting and just been loyal to it.
There you go.
Line shot of the gap, left center field. She's gonna think about two, gonna go back to first. That's the second rocket shot that T-Kip's hit in this game.
And she kind of jogged out of the box. I mean, if she put her head down, she could have had a double.
I mean, that was hit.
That was hit on a line.
That was hit on a line, and Morelli.
That was smart from first base coach Jackie Orton to settle her down at first.
And Morelli, by the way, is actually a right-handed thrower. I see out there. She's another one that hits lefty for. The only lefty I actually see for Bridgewater-Raynham is Claire Roy out in right field. And pulls back the bunt is Furtado. And T-Cap up to second on the wild pitch. Furtado's 0 for 2. She grounded out and struck out in her 2 at-bats. And I don't know what is going on here. She thought she was...
I think she thought she made contact. I don't know. Or safe? I don't know.
But if she made contact, it would have been a foul ball.
I don't know if she knew what foul.
She thought she was hit.
Maybe.
I missed that. Well, Teacup's at second. Showing bunt and pulling it back. And that ball gets away. That is a live ball, by the way. And return to the pitcher, no issue. We have no outs in the bottom of the 4th. 3-0 advantage for the Cardinals. Sydney Furtado up to bat. And pop up into the outfield. Is that going to drop in no man's land? No, it's caught by Morelli. And there's one away in the bottom of the 4th. It's Kaylin Duran in the popsicle bat, who's 2 for 2 and scored twice.
Not a bad day at the office.
She has a single, was almost thrown out at first by Claire Roy in the first inning, and then doubled off the fence. Duran, a loyal member of the Cardinals, one of the senior captains. One of her claim to fame in the future can be her first 3 years at the high school. She won the state championship in softball in all of them. Case has been went to 4 straight D4 state championships. They won the last 3. Changed to D3 this year. We'll see what they do in the postseason when we get to that point. And another off-speed pitch, but that misses inside. McEwen is actually pitched quite well.
She has.
She has given up 8 hits, but only 3 runs to a always powerful Case offense. And swung on and missed from Durand. Two and 2 coming up to the senior third baseman for the Cardinals. And off speed, and missed up. And full count coming up.
It's like a rise ephus.
Yeah, it was very, very off speed.
Yeah.
There's one away here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch to Duran, and pop up will be out of play.
Nice
and
catch.
Caught out there. Was that Alvarez? I think that it sure was. Randy Alvarez. With the catch on the pop-up. Just as we were saying, that man makes his rounds.
Yeah.
He's talking to a parent in a
I never want to be called a celebrity ever again. That's the celebrity.
And swung on and missed by Durand. McEwen picks up her third strikeout. 2 away. A little Snoop Dogg for the...
Snoop Dogg?
Isn't that Snoop Dogg?
This is Tupac and Dr.
Tupac.
Dre.
Oh
boy.
No.
Yes.
Dr. Dre, I meant, yeah, you're right.
Oh, boy.
They did the song at the Super Bowl halftime show a couple years ago. It wasn't Snoop Dogg, you're right. It was Dr. Dre and Tupac.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, whatever. It's Aliana to Jesus, by the way. That was her walk-up song. She's 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. We have 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. Oh, stop it.
I am never letting you live that down.
The Jesus in the air down the right field line. Is that going to drop? It is a fair ball. They're going to send home the runner. That dropped in just fair. And Teacup scores. The Jesus picks up an RBI single. I didn't know if that was going to stay fair or not.
And it looked, that snooped its way in just inside the line.
It was a real dog-eat-dog hit out there down the right.
It's a dog-eat-dog world.
It's 4.
You just got to drop it like it's hot sometimes, you know?
Thanks, Reddy. 4-0 advantage for the Cardinals right now. And that gets Meg Pereira to the plate with 2 away. And she looks at a called strike. So to Jesus at first. It's a 4-0 Case lead. 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning for Meg Pereira, who's 2 for 2 with a double and a single. She also scored a run, laces that up the middle, base hit off the bag. DeJesus going to hold off at second. Pereira with her 3rd hit of the game.
Matt, EFIS change thing. That was torched. That was torched.
Pereira was back a little bit more. She could have put that over the center field bleachers. Alvarez is now out in center field. It's a game of where's Randy, I guess. He's going to talk to somebody else out there. And
guess who's back?
The Trojans have
back again.
A player meeting out at the mound.
Randy's back. Tella, Fred.
Speaking of Randy, his daughter Lila up at that now. She's 1 for 2 with a pop out and a single with an RBI. 2 RBIs, excuse me, back in the 3rd.
Who sings that song?
I didn't hear what the song was.
It's to the tune of Guess Who's Back?
Oh, I have no idea.
Back.
I'm not getting in the middle of musical knowledge anymore.
It's Eminem.
Okay, I wouldn't have got that. Alvarez ahead of the count here, 1-0. Runners on 1st and 2nd. And she looks at another ball up. Carly McEwen, pitcher for the Trojans. Behind Alvarez here, 2-0. Case leads 4-0 in the 4th. Alvarez to right center field, back to the fence, it's out of here! Lila Alvarez with a 3-run shot for the Cardinals. And they lead 7-0. I was waiting for the day where we'd see a Lila Alvarez home run. That wasn't even like just over.
That was torched.
That was crushed. Lila Alvarez with a 3-run homer. It expands the Case lead at 7-0 Cardinals.
Good vocab word. Expands.
Expand. And Olivia Williams at the plate. And she looks at a called strike. Williams 1 for 2. See, we just have to talk about Randy Alvarez on the broadcast to bring good luck to Lila. He's got the ball in his pocket out there right now. He does. I think he's holding on to that one. I think that was Lila's first home run.
I think so.
That would make sense. Williams, the junior catcher. She was usually used as the designated hitter, at least last year. She sat and watched brief fonts behind the plate many a time. Case up 7-0 here. The bottom of the fourth inning. 2 away and a strike to Williams. Case with, I'm not going to say an unexpected rally, but the first 2 hitters of the inning were both retired. And we had single home run. And Williams pops it up to left field. That should be no issues out there. And the catch is made by Maddie O'Keefe. But the Cardinals played 4 runs.
Not bad.
Oh, I forgot that Tekipi also scored before that.
So it's 8?
No, it's 7.
7.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They scored 4 runs. They picked up 3 more hits. I didn't stray at anybody. But it was Lila Alvarez that cleared the bases. I said the first 2 hitters of the inning were retired. I was incorrect. I forgot that Teacup actually had a single that started the inning. And then scored on the Jesus single. That was the first run. But you enter the top of the 5th inning. Well, that's one way to help yourself out as a pitcher, is just hit the runs in yourself.
Anyway, anyhow, a little unlikely power.
So this
Hero.
is Journey they're playing right now.
Very good,
Okay,
Tyler.
good.
Start on easy mode, I guess.
Yeah, apparently. I'm not going to sing it because I don't want Swansea Community Network to be copyright claimed. But if they play copyrighted music in the background, we can't really help it. Adam Kitchen shakes his head no about that. It's not like we're actively playing it. I can't help it. Oh, Brady, it's so good to do this game with you again. This is taking me back. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Trojans, facing off against Alvarez, who's only given up 1 hit in the game, by the way. She gave up a single to Madison Delano that opened up the 3rd inning.
Why is Izzy Cavaro wearing sunglasses? Izzy, Fred.
Well, the sun was out a little bit before.
It is not sunny at all.
Adam Kitchen doesn't know.
It's nothing but clouds.
Well, anyway.
I think Aliana just said the same thing. It's glasses.
Looks like actually a pinch hitter right now up for
16
the Trojans. You have the lineup in your.
I do.
On your phone.
Hold, please.
Number 16 is up.
Layla Mitas, a rookie infielder.
A rookie? Freshman?
Freshman, rookie.
And now we're even. What did you say the name was?
Layla Mitas. Pop that one back foul.
Mitas fouls it off behind. She's hitting for Gabby Cross in the 7th slot for the Trojans. It'll be interested to see if she ends up playing the field or not.
At this point, why not?
When Case heads out in the bottom of the 5th. And Mitas looks at a ball high. Madison Delano waits on deck, the designated hitter for the Trojans. Case leads 7-0. No outs at the top of the 5th. Alvarez pitches, fouled behind by Mitas. It'll be 1-2. Red Sox currently lead 8-4 in the 9th.
Very good.
Their annual tradition of Patriots Day games.
11 a.m.
And Mitas down the line and right. It's fair. Mitas touches first on her way to second. That ball comes in as quickly as possible. And Layla Mitas with a double.
It's a good shoot from Cavaro down to the far right field corner. To get that in quickly, that was just fair.
Holding Mitas to a double.
Yep, that could have easily been 3 if that ball required a cutoff man.
And Madison Delano, the designated hitter for the Trojans. As I said before that Metis double was the only hit for Bridgewater-Raynham. And she was thrown out at second on a bunt attempt. That was back in the third inning. That ball misses up. So the Trojans have a runner in scoring position with no outs. Still looking to get into the run column at 7-0 Cardinals. Here, no outs in the top of the fifth. Here's the pitch from Alvarez. Swung and missed by Delano. Delano looks at a called strike.
That's a good spot for Alvarez. He'll live there.
Alvarez ahead. It's 1-2. Metis at second. Looking for her 6th strikeout of the game. And she's going to get it right there. She gets Delano looking. That's her second strikeout looking in the game.
There's an umbrella on the loose on the first base side.
Yes, there it is. And they're going to go, man's going to go grab that. It's left fielder Maddie O'Keefe. She attempted to drop down a sacrifice bunt. Ended up reaching on the fielder's choice. Pop up, caught by Williams. As Metis retreats back to second.
Nice and easy.
And 2 away now in the top of the fifth as we go back to the top of the Trojan lineup for second baseman Chloe Martin. She walked in the first and she reached on a fielder's choice ground out in the third. Martin, the left-handed hitting second baseman for Bridgewater-Raynham. Williams with a great block. That's going to keep Metis at second. Alvarez going to take her time. Trojans looking to break into the hit column for the first time today. Not hit column, the run column. They've got 2 hits. And Martin with 1 foot out looks at a called strike. And it's 1-1 to the Trojan leadoff hitter. 2 outs, top of the fifth. 7-0 advantage right now for the Cardinals. Alvarez's pitch is in for another called strike. As I said before, lots of Bridgewater-Raynham fans here, most of the sitting around us. Got some help with them with the lineup in advance of the game. I appreciate that.
Shout out VR.
And 1-2 from Alvarez to Martin. Here it comes, and that misses up. Alvarez pitching extremely well in the game, only giving up 2 hits to the first 4 2/3 innings. Looking to make it through a full 5 without any runs. 2-2 pitch to Martin, and dribbler, foul ball. If that was fair, that would have been an infield single.
Yep.
Teacup played it, but it was about a step into foul territory, and we'll try again to Martin. If she were to reach, right fielder Claire Roy waits on deck. And swung on and missed. Alvarez picks up her 7th strikeout as Martin is down on strikes. The Trojans get a leadoff double from pinch hitter Layla Metis, but she does not advance past second base. And we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. 7-0 Case lead. If the Cardinals pick up 3 runs, I believe the game ends on the mercy rule.
Yes.
We have a habit here of Swansea Community Network the last, I don't know how many years, of almost every game that we did ended up being a mercy rule. I swear to you, that was not planned.
Not bad.
That just was the run of domination that the Cardinals had. The last few that we've done were not, but That was just when the peak of the Cardinals three-peat run. We just every game we did it would be 16-1, 17-2, and just here we go again. But if the Cardinals get 3 runs, the game ends. In the 10-inning mercy rule. If they do not pick up 3 runs, the game will continue as normal.
It is 6 innings, right? I'm not.
It's 5 innings. This is 7 inning.
We play 7.
We play 7, so we're in the bottom of the 5th right now.
Yeah, I knew that.
They lead 7. Did you really?
That.
Well, apparently you know things better than I know my hip hop music. There was one
I don't
time.
know why I always think it's 6. I know baseball is 7.
Little League baseball and softball
It's 6.
6 and here.
I don't know.
Anyway, Mia Catano's up. She's over 2 for 2 with flyouts. Now, one of my favorite. You and I a couple years ago, we did a game against Bourne, and it was 11-0 after the second, and you made a comment along the lines of, well, that was a productive inning. As Catano on the ground up the middle, base hit with a dive out there by Martin at second, but it's past her. And Catano reaches on a single.
In what way was it a productive inning?
You said they played 9 runs in the inning. In between innings, you were like, well, that was a productive inning. And I paused for a second. I said, yeah, well, anytime you play 9 runs in the inning, I would say it's a pretty productive inning. Which, you weren't wrong. It was definitely a productive inning. This is Daniela Williams, by the way. Actually, is that Williams or is that a pinch hitter? I can't tell. See, their numbers are maroon on black.
Well, it's a different walk-up song. I think that looks like Silva. That
looks like Madison Silva. Yeah, they're both lefties. So this is going to be Madison Silva hitting for Daniela Williams.
Get the book back out.
There, it's out. At least it's not dripping wet anymore. It's actually dried off. It's just stained.
I told you, my book from Worcester State last year has not recovered.
It is still a little damp. And Silva looks at a ball up. Silva, sophomore. She was in the starting lineup last game as the DH for the Cardinals, but is now in as a pinch hitter. As I hate to tell you, I just felt some rain. Silva, ground ball down the first baseline and fouled. Yeah, I just felt more rain.
Yep. Stay up there.
Look, Adam Kitchen just gave us from the van.
Bruh.
Yeah. Catano at first, no outs, bottom of the 5th at 7-0 Cardinal lead right now. Madison Silva, left-handed hitter, drops down a beautiful bunt. McEwen gonna throw her out at first, and the run advances to second. That's Catano. So Silva retired on the sacrifice bunt. And it's Aubrey Teacup, who's 2 for 2 with 2 extremely hard hits.
She made a lot of loud contact.
A double and a single. That could have been a double, but it was hit so hard. It was off the fence. And she also scored on the DeJesus single last inning. And that's fouled over the head of Shannon Silva.
Near us.
Near us. We did a couple of games where Shannon almost lost her head with some of the foul balls that are just laced down that line.
My dad started coaching rec ball again for my brother, and he's a first base coach, so he was a little bit of pain ducking.
Yeah, you gotta be alert.
Yeah.
That's why the professionals wear helmets out there. So, Teacup behind 0-1, and make that 0-2.
Off a van.
And missed the van.
Oh, it did miss the van.
Missed the van, just landed in the parking lot there here at the Brown School Field. Cindy Furtado waits on deck. So the Cardinals, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Mia Catano waits at second base. Case currently leads 7-0. 3 runs come home. And the game ends on the mercy rule. Carly McEwen, pitcher for Bridgewater-Raynham, deals And lay shot down the left field line. That's going to drop fair. Catano touches third. She's heading home. On to second goes Teacup. What a game from Aubrey. 3 hits.
And she's seen it well and doing a good job of just timing everything up.
And to make it 8-0 Cardinals. As she changes places with Catano, who scores on that double, as I feel and see more raindrops. Sydney Furtado to the plate. She's the only Cardinal that hasn't actually reached base yet. She's 0 for 3.
We were doing so good.
She grounded out in the first, struck out in the second, and flew out in the fourth. And she looks at a ball. Teacup with. Is it teacup? Is it
Teacap?
Teacap, sorry. Teacap. She's at second. And this is high as McEwen to Furtado. Good thing I'm standing because now I'm doing a little dance to try to
stay a little.
Actually, I like standing. I think I'm going to keep doing that in the future here just so I can see better. And the pitch to Furtado, puts that in the air down the right field line. Is that going to drop in? It does drop in. Teacup holds up there. She really couldn't do anything.
Nope. No, that's smart.
And Furtado with her first hit.
Everybody's hit.
Ugh.
You're in a situation now, Fred.
Yeah. And it's Kaylin Durand. She's 2 for 3. A single, a double, and a strikeout, but she's also scored 2 runs.
Oh, and it's cold rain.
And here comes the rain. Joyous fun here at Brown School Field. Well, a home run from Durand ends the game.
Come on, Caitlin.
It's 8-0 Case
It's
lead.
raining. To make contact. She's done that all day.
1 out here. Durand, lane shot, laced to left field, and they're going to hold Teacup at third. I said a lane shot. I meant a laced shot.
We knew what you meant.
Yeah, well, when it's
Through a lane. It went through a lane and it was laced.
I combined both terms at
I
once.
do that all the time.
So, bases loaded for Aliana DeJesus. And the Dr. Dre song playing.
Very good.
Very
Tyler.
good. I've learned something.
And Tupac.
A single may end the game. Off-speed pitch to Jesus, in for a strike. That
That could have
very
been
slow.
sent to the moon.
But got her off guard.
If she sat off speed, that would have been sent to Berkeley.
1 away in the bottom of the 5th. And that's almost took out Shannon Silva with that one. But it's foul. Teacup at third. Furtado at second. Durand at first. 8-0 Cardinal lead in the bottom of the 5th. And the Jesus. I thought she asked for time. I think they're doing a ball switch, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, line drive ends it.
Line drive should end it. Here's the pitch for McEwen, and up to DeJesus. The sophomore shortstop is already hitting third in the Case lineup. That is not an easy feat. And McEwen pitches again and fouled, kind of off the end of the bat.
That was awkward. You know what else is awkward? The rain.
Yes, the rain is awkward.
You need a Clorox wipe.
I think it was actually a paper towel.
That's what it was.
It was. Now it's just a wet pile of goo on the table. I'm going to try again to DeJesus. And in the dirt.
Yeah, it looked like it slipped.
I have to give credit to both of these catchers, Sam Clay and Olivia Williams.
Good defensive catching.
No pass ball. I think actually there was one wild pitch. I think. Yeah, well, at least up to this point. And now with the rain starting again, we might see another one. And there's the pitch, and up and away. It's either 2-2 or 3-2. 3-2, it looks like. Full count. Bases loaded, 1 out, bottom of the 5th. Here's the payoff pitch to Jesus, and that's going to skip in, and that scores a run.
Magic number is 1.
Teacup home, or Teacup home. Duran to second, Furtado to third. Jesus picks up an easy RBI. And look who's up. It's Meg Pereira. Yep. There's 1 away in the bottom of the 5th. It's a 9-0 Cardinal lead. A run should trigger the mercy rule here. And a timeout called by the Bridgewater-Raynham coach. And it looks like a pitching change may be in order. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Looks like number 7, Maddie O'Keefe, is going to get the ball. And McEwen heads off, and they're going to make a defensive change. Looks like Gabby Cross is coming back in, number 8. As now the sun is out. This has been absolutely wild.
This makes no sense.
It's literally still raining, and the sun is bright and sunny right now.
Makes no sense.
It's a beautiful shot of how wet the table is right now in front of us. Actually, I stand corrected. That's Madison Delano. Like I said, O'Keefe, it's Delano out there pitching, number 7. So Delano going to try to preserve this game. The Cardinals lead 9-0 in present moment with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. They have the bases loaded. Unless the rules of high school softball have changed since last year, 1 more run would end the game. At minimum 10-0 on the mercy rule. If Pereira hits a home run, all the runs count.
Yep.
But there was something had to be clarified in the past, if it was 10 runs or 12 runs or what the...
I feel like the rule changes every year.
Yeah, it changes.
And the only one that would know is John Preston.
I don't think John Preston's here today.
He is not.
He is not, no.
Ella is actually an assistant for Nikki Henrique at Durfee.
Oh.
Now, yes.
Good for her. Well, the Cardinals have the right girl at the plate if they want to send everyone home happy. It's Meg Pereira, who's already 3 for 3 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Cardinals have seen a home run in the game, and it was not Pereira. It was actually Lila Alvarez,
of all people,
who crushed it into the right center field gap. But 1 swing here from Pereira should send everyone home. Delano pitches, and it misses up. It could be 12 runs after 5.
I don't think it is.
We can see. But I wasn't expecting that today. Anyway.
Me neither.
And misses up again is Delano. It's going to be 2-0.
What were you expecting?
Like a 3-2, 2-1.
Yeah, that's where I was too.
Very low scoring, quick game, but then unexpected offensive showing from the Cardinals. Really not unexpected, but in the right circumstance. And Pereira looks at a called strike. Delano up 2-1 in the count. Or behind 2-1 in the count. Pereira's up 2-1 in the count. 1 out, bottom of the 5th. Base is loaded. For Case, they lead 9-0. And Pereira looking to crush it on that swing.
Just put it in play.
She's a little ahead of it there.
Put it in play.
It's 2-2. Furtado at third, Durand at second, DeJesus at first. Delano ready. Here's the pitch to Pereira. And it misses up and away. It's a full count. DeJesus at first because she also worked a full count walk, got an RBI out of it. And Delano deals, full count pitch. And that's a ball. And it looks like we're playing on.
Do we finish the inning?
That I do not know. But Pereira reaches on the RBI. It's 10-0 Cardinals. I think the Mercy Rule must be 12 after 5 then. So we continue to play on for Lila Alvarez. And she looks at a called strike. Alvarez with a home run her last time up. That was retrieved by your dad, Randy Alvarez, out there.
Randy. What did you say? We have to talk good about Randy for good things to happen to Lila, right?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Still only one out in the bottom of the 5th. Cardinals have scored 2 consecutive runs on full count walks. They lead 10-0. The Mercy Rule must be 12 after 5 and 10 after 6. I think that's what it is. Regardless, Case leads currently 10-0. Alvarez foul behind. Clangs off a bus.
Oh, no.
And into the Swansea Community Network van. What a shot! What are the odds of that happening? And Brady gets that ball back from Adam Kitchen. Wouldn't be like $1 million jackpot in an MLB game. You hit it in the right spot. What are the odds of that? My goodness. Alvarez pop up in the infield and caught. Infield fly rule is in effect anyway. And 2 out. And the Cardinals have now batted around for Olivia Williams. She's 1 for 3 with a single. They're actually looking for the ball. And high pop-up. Bridgewater-Raynham may escape with 2 infield pop-ups. And that drops. That's a fair ball.
That dropped fair.
Now it's foul. Oh, it has to actually go past the base for it to be fair. That's right.
Looks like it. It bounced and then it bounced out.
Regardless, it's foul. I cannot believe that just landed in the van with the open.
Yeah, you know how hard of an angle like that is to get?
That's not an opening on the top. That's an opening on the side. It just went right in. That is, we'll never see that happen again. I can't believe that just happened. Williams looking at the ball outside. Okay, base is still loaded.
It hit the top of that van.
Yeah, it hit the top of
and then I got scared because it was going, and I got scared like Adam was going to get beamed in the head.
It's just, oh my gosh. That's an off-speed pitch if I've seen one. That was very slow. And Delano behind here. It's 2-1 to Williams.
It wouldn't be E-Fi?
EFIS pitches.
Ephysis? No. It's got to be E-Fi.
EFI, I don't even know. Has anyone ever said what the plural of an EFIS pitches?
We just made it up.
And Williams pops that up foul. It'll be 2-2.
Plural of EFIS is E-Fi.
If she were to reach, then Mia Catano would hit
EEPHI.
Now we're just making stuff up.
This is off the rails.
Yeah, it's just.
This started off the rails.
It started off the rails. It's continued. The fact that foul.
It hasn't gotten on the rails.
The fact that foul just went into the van.
She just dropped the ball.
Does that count as a pitch?
She went to pitch and it fell. Does that count?
I'm not sure.
That's got to count as a ball.
I think it did.
Yeah.
She just went. That ball's wet.
Yep.
And Delano went to throw it and dropped it.
And she dropped. That's a ball.
That's a ball. It's 3-2 count coming up to Williams and foul down the third baseline.
That's really off the rails. Forgot something. It happens.
The ball's wet. You got to grip it. It happens.
It happens.
And it remains a full count on Williams. Cardinals already have 2 home in the inning on full count walks. They could get a third. They lead 10-0. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Delano, making sure she has a grip on it this time. She gets ready to deal. 3-2 coming up to Williams. And foul way over and
over the Jeep.
Just over a Jeep with people inside.
Hang in there, mama.
This is going to take out all the vehicles over here while we're at it today. Now we're going to try again. Williams with a heck of an at-bat here.
Just protect the Chevy and the Hyundai that are very far away from this field.
3-2 pitch. Williams, another foul pop up, and that's going to go right in between the two buses. And we'll try again.
I am mortified. My car is there, and I'm scared now. And I thought I was safe.
This is going to be the 10th pitch of this at-bat to Williams. I mean, Delano working very hard to get out of this inning.
That way.
Delano deals again. Another 3-2 coming up to Williams. And called third strike. And Delano gets out of that inning. Williams down on strikeouts. The Cardinals get home 3 more runs. 1, 2, 3 hits. 4 hits, actually. 4 hits. And they leave 3. So the Cardinals have 10 runs in the game. They've also picked up 15 hits in the game.
Oof,
for an offensive
not expecting
showing.
that.
They currently lead this one 10-0 in the top of the 6th. If the Trojans do not score any runs, the game should end on the mercy rule. I believe that's what the umpire just went to clarify with Shannon Silva. And getting some spare balls in, but the game continues. In the top of the 6th, it's going to be 2-3-4. Claire Roy, Avery Ehrlichman, and Sam Clay up for Bridgewater-Raynham. I just went to put the scorebook down, and that is not going to happen right now.
Well, if there's 3 ladies that you want up, it's those 3.
Yeah, top of the order for...
On the bright side for BR.
So the Cardinals have surprised me in this game, not offensively, but Alvarez did not have her best stuff against Seekonk a couple weeks ago. She was actually replaced twice in the game by Kaylin Duran pitching, but she is back on it in this one. She's only surrendered 2 hits in the game and no runs to a very good Trojan offense. A consistently top program, not only in southeastern Massachusetts, but across the whole state of Massachusetts with BR.
Yep.
Who I believe at one point they were D1. I believe they still are. That's what I thought. Southeastern Massachusetts is just full of great softball teams, apparently. Yep. Case, we had 3 of them win the state championship last year, and the Cardinals had their 3-peat in D4. The DR Falcons went back-to-back in D3, and they beat New Bedford Voke, who was also Southeastern Mass in the championship. And then the Taunton Tigers went back-to-back. 5 straight state championships for the Taunton Tigers.
And their pitcher, Sam Keller, killing it down in Lubbock at Texas Tech right now. Now Lyle will be at URI. You talk about DR, you have Cam Clunan going to Villanova in the Big East.
Yeah, just lots of great talent. Great talent in this area.
Sky Dupree having a good first year up at Binghamton. In the America East Conference.
And that's a high foul pop-up.
Clang.
Oh, I forgot that Dupree was on Binghamton because they actually were. I went to the Bryant game last weekend, and softball was playing Binghamton.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I completely forgot all about that. Claire Roy is 0 for 2. She struck out and she grounded out and struck out in this game so far. The number 2 hitter, Roy, puts it in to left and caught on a line by Furtado, who is playing in. Almost in anticipation of that, and there's 1 out in the top of the 6th. Alvarez has 7 strikeouts. Unless I miscounted. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 strikeouts for Alvarez. He's only given up 2 hits. But the most important part is the run column, in which there are 0. Ehrlichman up the middle, base hit, made that 3 hits for the Trojans. And Pereira will get that in with no issues. So Ehrlichman had previously been 0 for 1 with a walk. Is now 1 for 2 with a single. And Alvarez will get a ball change.
Yeah, Alvarez going to URI.
And she's only a
Duran's-
junior. She's got another year.
Duran's going to Curry. Meg's going to Salem State. There will be, down the road, there will be more.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, the Jesus has D1 written all over. Catano's going to be good.
Tech-Cap.
T-Cap has really, today she played very well.
Williams throws down.
I think both Williams sisters.
Sydney Furtado. We got Carvara out there now wearing a rain jacket in right field.
Oh, it is raining.
It's fair. It's not as much as it was earlier, but it's... And another foul
Clank.
up behind from Sam Clay.
Oh, I missed.
I missed everything.
So saying the word clang is kind of fun. So you don't use it every day, you know?
Nope. I'm talking about pots and pans mostly.
Yep.
So Sam Clay is 0 for 1. She flew out and had a sacrifice bunt in her last plate appearance. We got Ehrlichman at first. It's 10-0 Case with 1 out in the top of the 6th. If the Trojans do not score any runs, the game will end on the mercy rule. If they score at least 1 run, the game continues. And a swing and a miss from Clay. And it's 1-2 to the Trojan catcher. Ella Maynard waits on deck. Alvarez has really been on point this game, only giving up 3 hits. And that misses low.
Just missed.
Excuse me, 3-2. I missed the pitch earlier. 3-2 to Clay. Ehrlichman at first. And Cole, 3rd strike. Alvarez picks up her 8th strikeout, and she's a strike away from a shutout victory. Shortstop Ella Maynard up. She's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And laying shot up the middle, over Meg Pereira's glove in center. That should get a run home. Carvara going to field it. They are going to send that runner. On to 3rd goes Maynard. She will make it with a triple. Ehrlichman scores. Keeps the game going. Maynard with an RBI triple when they're down to the last out. And it's 10-1 in favor of Case. That just, I don't know if that hit a rock or something, that just bounced right over Pereira's glove in center. She never even touched it. And Maynard, who had previously been 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, reaches on the RBI triple. And it...
Ball swap. Did she miss a base?
I'm not really sure what
substitution.
I'm not sure what the holdup is right now.
9's on 3rd.
I think Maddie Morelli was supposed to hit. They're doing a substitution. I see number 12 getting her things to hit. I don't know who number 12 is.
Kat Lemieux, senior first baseman.
So Kat Lemieux going to hit. I think that's what the holdup was. Is the coach
sense.
decided to hit Lemieux here for Morelli.
Lefty.
Well, Morelli was already a lefty.
That's true.
Just try to get a different matchup in there. Well, now we have at least one more half inning of softball to keep saying.
It is just funny bounces sometimes.
And Lemieux looks at a called strike from Alvarez. Maynard over at 3rd with the RBI triple. And that misses low and outside. Another left-handed hitter for Bridgewater-Raynham. This is unusual. This is the 5th one that I've seen. Usually you see, like, at max 2 or 3.
Yep. Max.
I think Case only has 3 that I can think of. And swung on and missed by Lemieux. Casey Alvarez and Maddie Silva Daniela Williams.
But even to that, like, that's rare, I feel like.
They had Meg Smith for the longest time at the top. And here's the pitch to Lemieux. And misses up and away. Well, Meg Smith was different because she actually was left-handed. You saw her that field hockey too, but you said in school she was right left-handed.
She did right left-handed.
Some of these players are actually right-handed, but they bat lefty. It's a little different. And Lemieux swings and misses. And Alvarez out of the inning, but the game continues. Alvarez up to 9 strikeouts now. The Trojans plate their first run of the game. They pick up 2 hits, and they strand 1. Alvarez has only given up 4 hits in the entire game. As Case leads 10-1, heading to the bottom of the 6th. A single run should end the game now. For those still watching, I appreciate your support of Swansea Community Network. I haven't been checking this as much. We're up to 7 viewers live right now. During the baseball game a couple weeks ago against Fairhaven that I did solo, Lucy Cabral was here, Adam Kitchett. We had at one point, I think, 25 live viewers, which was
the most we've had.
I think that, about 25. We usually get most of the views after the fact.
Because softball, what's the sport with the hoop? Basketball.
Oh, the hoop sport.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the net and the bat. And
yes.
Yeah, that one. Again.
Yes. The one that Drew Plant was really good at.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
I feel like we had like 100 at one game. Like it was COVID, the COVID year. Like the numbers were actually high.
We got that beautiful state-of-the-art studio, and then proceeded to not be able to do games anymore after that. And that was a great year of that COVID year that we did those games. I have to say, in that studio.
We're waiting for the spin of approval.
Right? Yeah, there we go.
See, ask and you shall receive.
No more balls into the van.
1 o'clock.
So the last inning, the Cardinals batted around and left the bases loaded. They scored 3 runs. We have 7, 8, 9 due up, which as of right now is Catano, Silva, and Teacup. Yeah, it looks like Silva is going to hit again in place of Daniela Williams. The Cardinals get a run home and the game ends. If not, we head on to the 7th. Delano out for her 2nd inning.
Home run. That's what you can dream.
Yeah, Catano comes in 1 for 3. She's got 2 flyouts and singled and scored last inning.
Made good contact. She got the power for it, that's for sure.
This Cardinal team does not strike out very often. They've only struck out 4 times in the game, and a high foul to the Bridgewater-Raynham fans that were behind me. And that ball is going to land in next to the E.S. Stevens Administration Building.
Over the Jaguar.
My headset is falling off. There we go. So good contact from Catano. Just has to put that fair. And Delano with a very slow pitch.
One of the EFI.
Misses a little up. Catano replacing stalwart second baseman Sky Dupree at second base. And Catano swings and misses. And Delano with her 2nd strikeout. As we have 1 away now in the bottom of the 6th. For Madison Silva. She dropped down a sacrifice bunt last inning, which got Catano over to 2nd. And then it worked out beautifully because Tequep doubled and scored her right after that. Silva looks at a called strike. 1 away in the bottom of the 6th, the 10-0 lead currently for the Cardinals against the Bridgewater-Raynham Trojans. Madison Delano on the mound right now for Bridgewater-Raynham and a called strike to Silva. It's 0-2 to the sophomore. Delano looking on point since she's come in, and a swing and a miss. Delano has faced 4 hitters, and she's gotten all of them out. A pop-up, and then 3 straight strikeouts. So Delano pitching effectively, and it's Takep, who's got 3 hits in the game, looking for 4, but it's a grounder to third. A throw to first from Cross is made. And for the first time all game, the Cardinals go 1-2-3.
Wow.
So shout out to Madison Delano for coming in and retiring 5 straight case hitters.
Yeah.
And on to the 7th we go. A 10-1 lead for the Cardinals as Alvarez will look to finish this. I'd assume we're going to see Lila Alvarez out there. Will there be any defensive changes is what I'm most curious about. It looks like Cindy Furtado going to right field.
Yeah, there's going to be 1.
That's at least 1. Let's see what else we can spot. Looks like Pereira is still in center. Alvarez still on the mound. DeJesus at short. Gaetano at second. Carvara might be switching to left.
Yeah.
I think that's what the main change is. Silva is out, actually, in the outfield now. I'm not sure if she's warming up. I think Olivia Silva's
I think the outfielder is going to be Cavara, Pereira, and Silva.
Yep, I believe that's what the change is.
Nope, I'm wrong. There's no change. That was very confusing.
Well, Silva went out, looked like she was going to be.
That was really confusing.
So there was no defensive changes for the Cardinals to make note of. And Bridgewater-Raynham up for their last gasp. This is going to be Gabby Cross, who had Layla Metis hit for her back in the 5th, and Metis actually doubled. But
I like that he shut the door. The van door has been closed.
The battlements have been prepared. So Gabby Cross, she struck out in the 2nd and then was hit for her last inning. She's back up again. As we bring this one home, a 10-1 lead for the Cardinals right now. Impressive showing all around for Case. Which, barring a massive comeback from the Trojans, would give them a win as that ball is popped up foul. Unless Case hits again in the bottom of the inning, which, again, the Trojans would have to score 9 runs for that to happen. They would have ended this game with 10 runs on 15 hits.
Wow.
Well, offensively.
It's actually a pretty good hit-to-run ratio.
Including a home run from Alvarez and a called 3rd strike. And Cross is down as Alvarez picks up her 10th strikeout. 2nd time she's gotten Cross looking in the game. And we have 1 away in the top of the 7th. Pitcher Madison Delano now up. Delano 1 for 2. She singled in the 3rd and then struck out in the 5th. The Trojans have 3 hits. Most important one was the Ella Maynard triple last inning, which gave them not only their first run, but it continued the game. Had she been out, the game would have ended on the mercy rule. It's 10-1, currently in favor of the Cardinals, with 1 away in the top of the 7th. And line shot, but foul down the line. Furtado will go grab that one and get it into DeJesus. I've said before, major shout out to Madison Delano, who had pitched extremely efficiently since she was inserted in an impossible situation. Being down 9-0 with the bases loaded and only one away. And she swings and misses at that one. I believe it'll be a 1-2 count now to the Trojan pitcher. Maddie O'Keefe waits on deck. 2-2, excuse me. 2-2 pitch to Delano, and swing and a miss there. Make that 11 strikeouts for Alvarez. And a pinch hitter, I think, coming up for the, yes, it is a pinch hitter for the Trojans.
This is Olivia Bucheri.
Olivia Bucheri up with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. As the rain fittingly has begun yet again.
Back. Yippee.
11 strikeouts for Alvarez, looking to retire Bucheri. Doing so would end the game. 2 outs in the top of the 7th. And Bucheri swings and misses. It'll be 1-1 to the pinch hitter for Bridgewater-Raynham. Coach Challoner let that ball come down a bit. If she were to reach, then Chloe Martin would get another at bat in the game, the leadoff hitter for the Trojans. But Bucheri puts that in the air, base hit. That continues the game. And Pereira gets that in quickly. So Bucheri with a single. And we flip back to Chloe Martin at the top of the order for the Trojans. Martin 0 for 2. She walked back in the first, reached on a fielder's choice, and then struck out. It's only fitting that the game that,
are we for real?
That begins with rain ends with rain.
We gotta be for real right now.
This
is redonkulous.
One more out to go. That's all we need.
Like, literally.
As that
pop
rain is.
Fly to the first baseman. A pop fly to Duran.
And a called strike as that rain is really actually coming down now. Actually,
it's hail.
It's
bro.
hailing.
That's hail.
It's hail. Oh my goodness, it's hailing.
It's small, but it's hail.
This is a game of wild weather. A swing and a miss from Martin.
Again, if there was any hope for getting this on the rails,
it's better than rain.
What in the world?
It's hailing. I don't know if you can tell in the broadcast, but that's exactly what it's doing.
That's hailing.
They're going to try to finish this game up. I don't blame them. It's only 1 out to go, and that ball misses up. It'll be 2-1 to Martin. As the hail has actually increased, if you want to believe that. What a bizarre game this has been.
Yeah, no kidding.
The weather, the lack of
the
pop music knowledge on my end, the fact that the ball went into the van. You can't.
The fact that this was actually like a blowout, and it really shouldn't have been.
This has been a unexpectedly. Shout out to the Bridgewater-Raynham fans that are still here, by the way, and toughing this out in the hail.
Never have I ever.
And they're going to do a ball switch.
Yeah.
And the hail is increasing, everyone. This is.
Remind me of Kevin Harlan right now.
Hail it's coming down. Oh my heavens, this is one of the most bizarre games I've ever broadcast in my life for so many reasons. Martin pop up right to Brady, and he's taking. One more strike ends this at last. It's a 3-2 count. And on the ground, back to Alvarez on to first, and the game is over. as the Cardinals retreat
Oh
off
my
the field.
God.
We're going to end this as quickly as we can here. Thank you for watching. This is Swansea Community Network. Tyler Clark, Brady Kudo. Thank you for joining us live. See you next time. Goodbye, everyone. We're out of the hail. See you later.